All right. So I have a really important question for all of you.
Yeah.
What is more important than 3 extra minutes of sleep in the morning? I'll go ahead and answer that. Nothing. That is the single most important thing in this world. And right here, we're going to solve that issue. We're going to give you those 3 extra minutes. Go ahead.
So what our hack does is it allows you to use the Mayo to turn on your coffee maker even while you're still in bed, and then it gives you an email notification as soon as your coffee is done brewing. So just by doing a simple Mayo gesture, it starts up the coffee brewing process, which I think it started.
It was off.
Yeah.
That's off right now. Yeah, most of it. Is it on? It's on?
Okay. Yeah,
It's on.
Yeah, it's on. Okay. Yeah, so just by doing a simple Mayo gesture of just closing your fist, it starts up the coffee brewing process, and you can feel free to sleep for those extra 3 precious minutes, and just watch your phone until you get a notification. So we did this using several different languages and APIs, including the MyArduino from the Mayo market, Java Gmail API to send the email itself, as well as Arduino to accept a serial input from the computer to turn on the thing. Is it done?
You need to make sure everything's plugged in.
No, is it on?
Yeah, it's on. So the line. The line.
No, it's not actually.
Oh, yo, it's going. Yeah.
And so after the coffee is brewed, you want to stay in bed as long as possible. So what we had it set up to do was have your coffee basically send an email to you. Oh, there's a notification right at the bottom right. So that's a notification. It also sends an email, but just in case you don't check that. And so that will just basically allow you to stay in bed as long as possible.
So, you can't Yeah, well, okay. Didn't work out as I thought it would. But yeah, so we just got a message on my phone saying, "Bruh, your coffee is ready." Feel free to get it anytime. So yeah, other than the obvious important implications of being able to sleep in later, we also figured that this could have really important uses for people who are disabled or paraplegic, in that they would be able to activate their appliances without having to go up and turn them on themselves. So for example, one person that we spoke to at another hackathon said that they had a lot of trouble because they were in a wheelchair because they hurt their legs, so they couldn't turn on their shower head or adjust the shower head at all. So using something like this, you can control anything electronic in your house just by swapping out what's plugged in, and controls things without having to go and fiddle with them yourselves. And then the notification lets you go and multitask as well and do other things like cooking while you're waiting for something in another room to finish. And then when you get the notification, you just go over and you can see your completed task. Is it done yet?
No, I think it's done.
What about tea?
Sorry?
Tea.
Again, like I said, you could easily plug in a kettle, and it should work basically the same way, although it would only boil the water. You'd have to steep the tea yourself, unfortunately. Okay, so the way that it works is it uses the MyArduino program from the Mayo market to sense your pose data from the Mayo, which it then sends to the Arduino, and the Arduino activates a 5-volt relay which turns on the coffee maker. And simultaneously, it sends a message to the Google or Gmail API to wait for the certain amount of time until the coffee's done, and then send an email to you and put a notification on the screen as well.
you.